I should have left you on my glass last night in the car, but you're here with me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Do you have to say channel? Based on the title of the video, I'm sure you can tell by now that we're doing a favorite list, a favorite makeup list, and that goes down from foundation, concealers, bronzers, cream blushes, powders, eyeliner, and I'll give I think 1 or 2 products in each category that I think have changed my makeup game. I mean, you can see how beautiful I look right now. This is also just mainly to help anyone who's starting off their makeup career, makeup journey, and they're looking into products that will help them and help them long term, as opposed to trying out different products and you know, avoiding what we did, because before we found these products we tried everything across the border. We tried them. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend. And yeah, stay tuned. And thank you so much for all the love that you guys have shown me on my videos. See, every day we're doing serious talk. Today at least let me give you some makeup tips and plug you with all the products that you guys need, products that will change your life basically. Yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, so I will start with the base, which is foundation. I'll get into primer and skincare in a different video, so I'll just work on makeup products for now. And I will start with foundation. And in foundation category, in the foundation category, I will give you 3. So the first one, my holy grail, which is very affordable, is the Revlon full cover foundation. This foundation, number 1, they don't have as many shades, neither is it available. I've looked for it. When I saw it, I had to get it, because I've seen reviews on TikTok, I've seen reviews on Instagram and on YouTube, and it was one of the products that I really wanted to get. And also it is my perfect match. And I'll also plug you guys with the site called foundation.com, whereby if you have one particular shade of foundation, you can put, there's like a box, you put your foundation, they'll give you a list of brands. So if you have MAC, then you put MAC, put the shade, and they will recommend every other shade of foundation in different brands. So foundation.com, I will link it down below. And that one is full coverage, it dries matte, and it just does the job, honey. It does the job. That's the job. Especially if you're an oily skin girl, I would highly recommend. Obviously, because I'm an oily skin girl, almost all the products that I'm recommending are good for oily skin. So number 1, Revlon full cover foundation, and it's about 1800 if not 1900, depending on where you purchase it from. My second one, the one and only Huda Beauty foundation Fox filter. It depends on which school you went to. This is Nairobi. It's a Fox filter foundation, luminous matte foundation. I mix this foundation more often than not with a different shade, because with COVID, you've stayed in the house, you've become lighter. Yeah, so you have to have at least 1 or 2 shades that you can be able to mix. At least for me, that's how it has been. If you're lucky enough, like with the Revlon one, to find one shade that works perfectly for you, then. But you know, for some, you have to mix. So with the Huda Beauty, this is a foundation that has really worked magic, especially with humid weather, i.e. when I was in Juba. Did wonders not only for myself, but also for my bride. So I would highly recommend. This one, I think, goes for about 5,000. It is a little bit pricey, but it's worth all the coins. And a little goes a long way. Foundation number 3. What? How would I be here recommending foundations if I don't mention the one and only Fenty Beauty foundation? This is in the shade 450. This is a Pro Filter foundation, and it has a soft matte finish. For the other 2, the ones that I've mentioned, they tend to be quite matte. For this one, skin-like, very skin-like. It's what I've used today, and as you can see, Sionge, Nivo, Simeona. That's it. So this foundation is really good. The shade range, marvelous, mainly because I think when Rihanna was coming up with this foundation, she was just thinking about black women, because the range of shades, and it's a little bit on the pricier side also. But the one thing that I like is that it's available locally now, because Fenty launched in. We are here, we are within Yes, so that is it for foundations. I think for foundations, one thing that I like looking at is coverage, the amount of coverage that I'm gonna get from the foundation. Number 2 is the finish. For me, I will always lean towards matte finish as opposed to like the luminous hydrating ones. So even looking into the words that they use, if there's like if you have oily skin, then lean towards products that have the word matte or long lasting, things of that nature. If you have normal to dry skin, then luminous hydrating foundations would be your best bet. And even for the companies that I have mentioned, Revlon, Huda and Fenty, they also have foundations that are good for dry to normal skin girls. But if you're here and you're an oily skin girl, this is for you. This is for you. Category number 2 is concealer. And for concealer, I have 3 concealers, and I don't know how to categorize them because they're all so good. Obviously, the ones that we've always used and the ones that are locally available, Illegal will always be a favorite. It's very affordable, but I wanted to also recommend products that you may not have heard of. That's the reason why I'm also just recommending. They're also really affordable in as much as they may not be locally available. There are now pages all over Instagram, Kina Beauty Bar, Kina Blushbox KE, Makeup Plug KE, that are now shipping in products. So depending on your request and what you want, I'm sure they can be able to do that for you. There's the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. There's this one that is hydrating, and then there's a matte one. You see, everyone is covered. Concealer because it has full coverage. And also, I think with concealer, it just does the exact same job as foundation does. It's just that with concealer, number 1, more coverage. Number 2, it tends to hide blemishes better and more than foundations do. I would recommend the combination of the two because sometimes the concealers are matte and then the foundation is rather luminous or hydrating, and they complement each other. The creasing is very minimal. And for me, I think what I look for in concealers, not only is it the coverage, is just how it moves around. And these ones have proven to me that they will definitely just gel well with every single foundation that I've tried, and the ones that I've mentioned most importantly. So the e.l.f. concealer I think is about 1600 if I'm not wrong. Number 2, which is something this brand, I think the minute I discovered it, the exact same way I feel about Fenty with their shade range is how I feel about Juvias face. Man, I think they've taken their time to cover every single shade that exists. Shout out to them. So I have 2 concealers from Juvias, and these particular concealers don't have like a name. It's just they have numbers, but their coverage insane, and the price range is actually really good. I think it's about 1700 as well. The last but not least concealer, which I discovered recently, and let me tell you, I fell in love. No, I had the hype. It's just because for me the price did not make sense. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot be buying a foundation for almost 6,000, which is about maybe 50 something dollars, and buy a concealer for the same exact price. Are you mad? Get out. Just get out. But the minute I tried it, which is what I have on today, yeah, I thought so. This is a Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Maple. This is 15 ml. I don't think this is bad. I really don't think it's bad. It's because, you know, when you know your worth, after 7,000 people will buy. And that's why I used to ask myself, why is it that people purchase these products? And I realized this is why. It's a really good concealer, and also the foundations are great, but I've not tried them. I think I've seen Stephanie Nganga talk about the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but the concealer, she's absolutely the girl she thinks she is. And again, the shade range, everyone will be covered. Every single person will be covered. So I would highly recommend it. Full coverage, doesn't crease, and if it creases, it doesn't crease as much as other concealers do. My next one happens to be cream products now, which is blush. And if you've been here long enough, or rather if you followed me long enough, then you know I use lipstick as blush a lot. And my go-to actually lipsticks are the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink lipsticks. And this is because, number 1, they don't dry matte. They actually have like a certain glow finish to them, but they don't move. And what I do is that I mix them now with these 2 Holy Grails. This is the Fenty Cheeks Out Blush. I have one in the shade Rosé Latte. This one is in Summertime Wine. The combination of these 2 shades on my skin, rude. That is rude. That is actually so rude. The combination of these two shades wonders. And you know, I think for me, one thing that I look for when it comes to blush is that satin finish. That's why I'm not a fan of powder blush. It's because every single place on my skin tends to be matte, so I'd like my cheeks to be a little bit highlighted, moisturized, regardless of the fact that the rest of my face is matte. So I'd recommend those two, and the lipstick. The combination of the two, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong. The next one is setting powders, and for me, I think I've always been a consumer of this girl, the Sacha Buttercup. This girl, yeah. Although I think if you're a makeup artist, then you might have to get translucent powder because it doesn't really work well with like Caucasian, lighter skinned women, like white women. But from the yellow tones, kina neutral shades, all the way to us melanated, because this thing does wonders, and I would highly recommend. Although now I discovered another banger called the Laura Mercier. This girl is exactly who she thinks she is. This is another person. I don't have a person. This is another product that actually absolutely does wonders. So what I do is that I'm not necessarily a baker, but I found myself recently baking. But this is what I do. Once I've done my concealer and I've blended it out with a sponge and let it sip into my crease lines, because automatically we do have crease lines as human beings. So regardless of the fact that I'm saying these concealers don't, previously I was saying these concealers don't necessarily crease, it's not that they don't crease, they just don't move around as much, meaning the minute you blend the concealer into your skin and set it immediately, chances are it will stay exactly where it is. Exactly. And with these powders, so what I do is that I put the Sacha Buttercup powder first, and I actually just set the concealer, and then I slightly, like light, and use that to bake. And the combination of the two, honey, end of story. Sacha Buttercup I think only comes in banana, or rather I have only interacted with the banana shade, and I love it, can't complain. However, the Laura Mercier comes in translucent, I think honey and medium or dark, one of the two. And I have, this is honey, there's a translucent one, obviously because I'm a makeup artist and I have a couple. Translucent one is what I mentioned earlier, works with the lighter skinned women. And then honey and medium, depending on what your shade is, those are the ones that you should use. But for me, honey does the thing on top of the Sacha Buttercup powder. I'm not gonna lie, and I cannot stop looking at myself. I need to focus. You know, I realized I can sing. Now I'm gonna show. I can come out with an album over here and you'll play like a global. I'm joking. So my next product is powder, the actual compact powder, and I have been an avid user of the MAC Studio Fix powder plus foundation. I'm telling you, that girl also does the thing. In regards to affordability, Revlon, Colorstay, the girl she thinks she is. Absolutely. Number 2 is now MAC, and then number 3. And this is only number 3 because I do understand that it's a little bit pricey than other products, but it does the job. This girl, hands down, does the job. So that is for powder. I didn't want this video to be long. I'm in the going, in the coming, in the chibarbar. That's it for powder. My next category is highlighter, and highlighters and bronzers. I'll just do bronzers and highlighters in one category because I do understand that sometimes having blush and then setting it with a powder, the light is coming through. Yeah, I'm shooting with natural light, and kuna venye, yeah, I thought so. Thanks. Anyway, so bronzer, I received this bronzer and blush duo from a lovely girl by the name Miss Wendy, and this is shortly after I lost all my almost all my products. I'm not gonna lie, it was a ghetto hood, but she sent me this bronzer, and this is how the bronzer looks like. An amazing shade. And then the complimentary blush and highlighter. This is the second shade. So good. And it's so warm that after I have put the cream blush, the glow that it gives it, I will look for it and link it down below. But the shade is Booed Up, the dark one that I've showed you, and then the wine and orange like warm bronzer is Wine and Dine. Wine and Dine. Wine and Dine. I actually do too much. That is for bronzer. Another thing that you can do also is just use eyeshadow. If you have eyeshadow palettes that have like warm shades and a little bit of shimmer on them, you can use that as bronzer. Please don't be told that just because eyeshadow you cannot use it. It's your money, it's your pocket, it's your face. Thank you. So highlighter. I'm not really a fan of highlighter, I'm not gonna lie. I think once I get the bronzed effect from bronzers and my blush, I am good, honey. It looks good. I'm alright, you know. So the highlighter number one has to be Fenty. Queen of highlighters. So this is the Fenty Kilowatt highlighter. This particular shade is, this combo is Afternoon Snack and More Honey, and as you can see, such a solid combination, honey. Solid combination. I'll even just swatch it so that you can see how it looks. So that one, I think it's very pigmented. It will last you a long time. It is value for money because not only will you be able to use it for a long time, it just doesn't move. It's just spot on, and you can use it as eyeshadow as well. Me, I like multi-purpose things. Usinipate product inafanya kazi moja. We want a variety. Number two, which is from Revolution Champagne and Diamonds, and it's actually in the shape of a diamond, and this is how it looks like. This has actually just been one of my faves, and I think the combination of the two shades, the combination of the two, just at the line, those two shades, you can see, man, chef's kiss. These are the ones that I recommend. They do amazing. And I think the Champagne and Diamonds is available at Blushbox KE. Fenty obviously now is available at Linton's, so you can be able to get that. Eyeshadows, I will just use and talk about one brand that has, actually two brands that have never disappointed me when it comes to pigment. So number one for me is Juvias and their eyeshadow palettes. Mom, ata hawezi pata zote. You cannot get all of them. When I tell you, they have eyeshadow palettes for literally every single undertone, and their uncles and brothers and sisters and their aunts. I'm not lying. And the same goes for Morphe, pia hao, undertones, shadows, everything they have. First palette that I got and had all the shades, and I remember for me, of course, the budget was not budgeting when you're starting as a makeup artist, so you have to get a one for all type of product, which is why I think I'm a big advocate of multi-purpose product. Not only can I be able to use it for one thing, I can be able to use it for a couple of things. So the first eyeshadow palette that I ever got was the James Charles, and James Charles has everything from the nudes to the colors to the shimmers. So if you're a beginner makeup artist, I would highly recommend trying out that one. Number two within the Morphe is the 35X Big Primping eyeshadow palette. I will just show you how it looks so that you see. If you're a neutral babe, look at the range, all the way from the light ones to the dark ones. So I think now we're in an era where everyone is accommodating very neutral beads, very subtle beads, face beats. My color is showing. So I would highly recommend this palette. I think we were all at some point doing color, like our lives depended on it, and now we're looking into elevating our beauty. So if you're into neutral beads, very soft glam, this does the job. Another one, still Morphe, that works literally over time, is this one. This is the Morphe Artistry palette 25A. The other one was 35X, but the pigment, yeah. Juvias now, Juvia's place, let me tell you, not only have they covered, I think for them, because their target audience and correct me if I'm wrong, but the target audience and the fact that also the owner is black women, and pigment is very important to us because the colors don't show as well on black women as they do on Caucasian skin. These palettes, number one, this is the Juvias Place, the Tribe. I think last year during COVID, no, 2020, when I got it, and that's why you see it's still there. I got it. I remember the looks that I created with this palette. Not a joke. And you see what I was telling you about having palettes that somewhat almost have the highlighting and bronzing tones that you can use not only as eyeshadow but also as like bronzer or blush. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Yeah, so they have a variety. So there's green palettes that have green shades, there's blue palettes that have blue shades, there's pink palettes that have different shades of pink. There's everything you'll find them on the Juvias Place site. But one of my faves is this Juvia's Warrior 2 palette that has a combination of neutral shades, because this one's like I tend to mix them for blush, and then they have perfect balance of nude shades. And of course you can never go wrong with the black. If you're a beginner and you're looking for a palette that can work for you even as you grow, not only as an artist but also as a makeup lover, get it. I'm so aggressive, but I'm sorry about that. So that is for eyeshadow. Anything Juvia's, anything Morphe, you'll never go wrong. I'll go to mascaras real quick, and I have to. My mascaras, let me tell you, my experience, and I think I've spoken about this, but my experience with my eyelashes, and that's why I think for the longest time I was just about to fly and literally land in Tanzania because of how long my lashes were. I think I remember when I discovered Essence Lash Mascara. This one and this one is a waterproof one. There's another one that is not waterproof. Thank you. You give us variety. You give us range. We love that. Essence, we love it. And how much is it? 1,000 bob. Just kiss. So this one, I remember when I discovered it, I was raving about it on Instagram. Hadi nikatumiwa is waterproof because I remember I started with the other one. This one I would highly recommend. I got this one from Beauty Bar. I think now Makeup Plug KE have it because now it's a product that has been talked about so much that everyone is talking it. So your eyelashes were stripped off of your eyes because of lash extensions. This is the girl for you. My next mascara is one that I think I discovered maybe a month or two ago, the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. Not only is the packaging stunning, me, I just like things that look good. So if you please my eyes, chances are I'm gonna try you. Okay, that sounded so wrong. So the Big Mood mascara, this is a mascara that I love to use on my upper lashes, my upper lash line, and then the other one I like to use it on my lower. And you can see that atakama sina lashes, they can be seen. So more often than not, you can find mascaras that have that can work best for the both up and down. But for me, I think I just like the bristles on that one for my lower lash line, and I like the bristles for this on my top lash line. And this is how this one looks, which is rather thick, and that's why I think I prefer it for my upper lash line. And then this one, very thin, and it's just in gears. It does the thing. It works overtime. Yes, love it. Thank you. Let me stop singing. So we are done with mascara. I'll go into eyeliner. I think I've always been a fan of the Revlon liquid liner, which is what I have on right now. And you know why I like it? Because it dries matte. For me, I think Mshino eyeliner. No, I like eyeliner that dries matte. I like really dark black, deep. Yani, you know me, I'm always in black, so gotta compliment the fit, gotta compliment the person, gotta compliment the hair. This and the CoverGirl, both of them dry matte, but this one I think also it was important for me to use products that I can actually show you, because I have them on right now. Does the job, love it. The only issue that I have with eyeliner, people, brands that put out eyeliner, is that why so that to I see you. But this is an amazing, this is the Revlon Colorstay Skinny Liquid Liner. Yeah, I think about like 1200. Really affordable. That's it for eyeliners. I think for me, once I find an eyeliner, I'm gonna stick beside him. Thank you very much. The next category is eyeshadow primers, and I think I should have done this before I did the eyeshadows, but it's all right. It's all right. So eyeshadow primers, for me, I think that is very, very important, because you gotta see the eyeshadow from Tanzania. I don't know what issue I have with Tanzania, but you have to see the eyeshadow. Like, it has to pop, and that means that the base has to hold the colors, and not only holding them together, it also just maintains the color, the shade of the eyeshadow, as opposed to sucking all the fire from the color. I am such a weirdo. I think I'm getting too comfortable. But eyeshadow primer is very important when it comes to your eyeshadow routine. For me, I think the eyeshadow primer that I have found, discovered, stuck beside, wailed, cried, screamed about on the social media streets is a P. Louise base, because what it has done for me, no one has ever done before. Absolutely no one. For me, I think I like this shade, which is Rumor 3. It happens to be a very, very like light shade. This is how it looks. And look at that. Even if I'm here wailing and graining about products and you don't go and buy them, I will actually catch feelings, because now I'm invested in everyone's makeup journey. So get it. It's the full coverage concealers and the ones that dry match, because they will give you the same effect. But for the P. Louise base, I think the reason why I advocate for it, because also of the shade range. Not only the shade range, it also dries matte, and it's quite affordable, and it lasts you a long time. Better get into it. P. Louise, you can get it from Makeup Plug KE. You can get it from, actually, Makeup Plug KE ndo hata wakona color zote. So just Makeup Plug KE. I've talked. One thing about me, I'm a talk. Nitaongea. Lipsticks, I think the 3 brands, rather maybe 2, let me say 3 brands, tried on, and I've had a good experience with them, especially when it comes to longevity, are these ones. Number 1, there's a brown lipstick that I did for the 3-minute makeup challenge that people were asking about. This is the Dose of Colors. This is a Dose of Colors liquid matte lipstick, chocolate wasted. The shade range is also really good. The pigment, close to my heart. Can you hear my collarbone? Hey, the gym is gymming. The OG of lipsticks has to be MAC Cosmetics. This is a lipstick I have on right now. What happened is, because I'm not an avid consumer or user of colored lipsticks, that's why my first lipstick that I would recommend obviously is brown, because brown skin girl, skin just like pearls. Let's calm down. Let's actually calm down a little bit. The lipsticks that have actually just been the OG, and it's not just because I worked there. I think there are times that even when I worked there, you'll have a lipstick on and wake up with it in the morning, and you're just like, wahala, come on now. I should have left you on my glass last night in the club, but you're here with me. So I put black lip liner, and then I put this, which is Dance With Me, an absolute fave, not only for myself but my clients. I've also fallen in love with it. And then what I've put on top in the middle of my lip is a local brand, which is Canvas Cosmetics. This is in red. I need to stop singing. Retro Matte Liquid Lipsticks by MAC. Stunners. I have a couple of shades that my clients love, I love, so we're happy. We're a happy family, you know. My current favorite glosses, if you know, you know. This girls, number 1, I think for me, I just like pigmented glosses. Nisikupake, lazima nikupake tena, ama I put a lipstick shade underneath so that it can complement the lip color I don't want. And I think that's the one thing that Nancy Moy did. So shout out to you, girl. You did an amazing job with these lip glosses. And I think for me, my favorite among the entire range has to be Smack That. I mean, look at that beauty. This color, because it's really close to my skin tone, love to see it. And another thing that you can do is mix, like put now smack that, which happens to be the darker shade in the range, with the lighter one, which is I think thick. You can use the two of them and create an ombre lip, and it's because they are so pigmented. And wax lip gloss is also amazing. They smell like heaven. Setting sprays. Number 1, Scandinavia Oil Control Setting Spray. This girl, it's the size of my head. How long will this last you? Especially if you're a makeup artist, how long will it last you? It's amazing. That's great. And you can use it as a primer. Number 2, especially if you're going out to the club, this girl, and look at the pack. Wow. The packaging is so close to my heart because how stunning is this chick? Hey, she's great. She does an amazing job. This one is about 4.5. This one, because of the size, even the difference in regards to amount, this one is 118 ml. This one is 236. 5,500, 4,400. Do the math. I think my opinions about products will always change from time to time, and this is mainly because I'm a makeup artist, and I think I am constantly I'm trying new products. I think because of my career, products will always come out that I will need to try, not only for myself but also for my clients, and my opinions will change over time, meaning with this might actually be a start of a series. Some of my current favorites, and I'm gonna stick beside them. When my opinion changes, I will let you know. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope this information is helpful to you, is helpful to someone who's trying on makeup. It can even be like a video to inspire gift giving, because makeup products as gifts are so amazing. I don't know if I'm the only person who just loves receiving makeup gifts. They just make me so happy. But I would highly recommend all these products, and I'm looking forward to creating a series where we will experience new products together. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you loved it. Anyway, I'll see you guys on my next video. Mwah. Bye.